Hi guys, Sandra Mateo here from Gitana Styling. Welcome to the training. Today is Monday, so it's our first day. I want to tell you a little bit about the training so you have like an overall idea first. What we're gonna do is every day for the next 5 days, Monday through Friday, we're gonna meet here and I'm gonna share a lesson with you via video in the Facebook group. And then the day before, you're going to receive an email, probably at night, with a worksheet or a tool that is going to go with that training. So last night, Sunday night, you should have received this worksheet. If you haven't, maybe you haven't signed up to the link I gave you. If that's the case, I'll leave a link below so you can go ahead and do that. And if you did receive the email that tells you, hey, tomorrow is training number 1, then there's going to be a link there for you to download it. So you can pause this video, go back to the email and download it. You can print it and fill it out with pen or paper, pencil, or you can also leave it in the computer and just fill it out. You can fill it in the blanks with your keyboard, or if you want to do it in your, your iPad or whatever, that works too, whatever you want. So what we're going to do in this training is every day I'm going to share a lesson and we're going to talk about personal styling for you and your brand. My main focus and my main goal is for you to, by the end of the week, right, improve your image. So every time you show up, whether it's in person or if you're going to, if you're doing something online, you're sharing a post about your business, or maybe you're going to speak at an event, that you and your business are looking its best and that you are always being very clear about the message that you're sending out there, so people can recognize you, so people can recognize your business, what you do, connect with the right people, and make your business more and more successful every day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the training, and if by any chance some of these exercises or questions or things that we're gonna talk about, you have done them in the past, or maybe you've heard of them, I recommend that you go through the process, right? If you're here, it's because in a way you're like, my business could look better, or I could look better, right? So I recommend you to go through the process, even if you've done it in the past, and just go with it, do the exercises, and make sure that by the end of the week, right, you put you did your effort, and the results will come in. So the first topic for today, it's called the perfect foundation. So I call it the perfect foundation because just how we apply foundation in our, to our face, everything kind of has to blend in, right, and match, so you look flawless. So what we have to do is look at all the different aspects of your business and make sure that all those things, right, match also, so they blend well together and they tell people one big message, one big thing, so people can remember you, so they can remember what you do, so it's easy for them to tell other people what you do, right? And that way your marketing, it's working. So if you have your worksheet, the first question is, what do you do? Now this seems like a very basic question, but again, people like to tell people, oh, I do many things, or I do this, and that, and I recommend you to tell them 1 or 2 things, and that's it. Right? You may do way more than 1 or 2 things, but you want to be recognized for these 1 or 2 things. And then once you have developed a relationship with that person, once they're already part of your world, they know about you and your brand, then they're naturally, they're gonna know about all the different things that you offer, all the different products that you have, etc., etc. So for example, for me, I always tell people, I'm a stylist and I am a blogger. And that's what I want to be known for, right? I do many other things, but those are the 2 main things that I want to people to remember me. So the next question is, how do you do it? So It is very important that people understand, how do you provide that service? What is it that you do exactly? And especially in our areas, in our different areas, especially if you're an artist, it might be kind of like weird. So when I tell people I'm a stylist, I know in their heads they're like, oh, fashion, oh, clothing, or makeup, oh, and they're confused. So I like to tell people I dress people, right? Because that's the area that I focus in. So I dress people for photo shoots, I dress them for fashion shows, I dress them for events if they're gonna speak somewhere, right? And that makes it really easy for them to, oh, okay, that's what she does, right? So the third question is, who do you help? So this is really key also. So what kind of people do you work with? So in my case, I work with business women, right? I dress them for an event, for a photo shoot, maybe they're gonna speak somewhere, but I also work with like models for, dress them for a fashion show, or maybe I dress them for a photo shoot, or maybe I work with a TV host and I dress her for her show, or, so that gives people a picture, it paints a picture of exactly what you do. So think about those kind of people that you help and be very specific. Now, the fourth question is, what qualifies you to provide this help? So it's very important that people know that you know what you're doing, and because there's so many people out there doing the same thing. So in my case, for example, what makes me unique is that my background is in TV. That's the experience that I had. I started as a producer and as a writer, and as I was doing that on set, right, because I naturally love fashion and I was always involved somehow. I did modeling, then I started my fashion blog, then I started going to fashion events and interviewing people, right? What started happening is that where I was on set, I was started telling people, hey, you know what, why don't you wear this? This will make you look better. Or you know what, this color will make you look amazing. And you know what, that top that you're wearing doesn't go well, it doesn't look good on TV, it's very busy, no one can see you, right? So what started happening is people started asking me, Sandra, why don't you put the wardrobe together for this show? Or hey, we have this new host, make sure that her wardrobe is working well, and that kind of thing. And that's what makes me unique. So what does make you unique? What kind of experience do you have that makes you have a set of skills that separates you from the rest? Maybe you are a photographer and maybe you work for the longest time in a radio station and you used to take the pictures for all the personalities in the radio station, right? An example. So maybe that's what makes you unique, that experience, and that helps people understand more where you're coming from, where your skills are, right? So make sure that you're telling that to people. Okay, so the next thing is to have proof of this, right? So it says here, do you have other sources that can testify to this? So yes, testimonials. So if you're new to business and you don't have any testimonials yet, go out there and maybe the people that you have worked with for, that maybe you have offered your services for free, even for free. Go back to them and ask them, how was your experience? Would you like to share a testimonial? If you haven't collected testimonials throughout all this time because maybe you've been very busy and you've been lazy, go back to the people, go back to, make a list of certain amount of people that are, that are there, that are always supporting you, that have worked with you many times, and ask them to give you a testimonial, because, you don't want to be telling people how amazing you are. Let the other people that you've already helped, that are excited about you and what you do and your brand, tell other people. You need to have those kind of things on your website, on your Facebook, because as people are getting to know you, not everyone, but a lot of people, they want proof, right? The next thing is, what does your business stand for? So this is really key, because this is how you connect with people, right? You can be doing X, Y, and Z, and another person can be doing X, Y, and Z, but the way you do it, why you do it, the reasons behind it, it's what makes you different. So In our case, for example, we explain it really simple in our motto, which is have style, feel happy, be empowered, right? Obviously, we're very focused on fashion. We keep up with the trends. We want to make sure that what you're wearing fits you perfectly and all kinds of technical things, but it's not the whole thing, right? That's part of the equation. So we tell people you do have to have style, right? And we focus on it, but you also have to be happy about what you have, what you're wearing. Because when you're wearing something that you really like, then you start feeling happy, and then this beauty comes out, this confidence comes out, and then you become empowered and you can do anything and everything you want. And that's the reason why I do what I do, because I want that person to have that same experience that I have when I wear an awesome outfit, and then I feel great about myself, and then I go out there and kick butt, right? So that's what I want to provide to people. I just don't do it because of fashion, or so what is that thing, what is that process you make people go through, or what is that gift you give to people with your craft, with what you're doing, right? Or what makes you different, what makes your product different, why is your product better than another product, right? Then the last thing is I want you to take all that stuff and translate it into 3 words. So you can grab the back of this paper and just write down all the kinds of words that pop in your mind when you're talking about your business. When you think about your business, what you stand for, what you do, and just write it down. And then narrow it down to 3 words that could describe in the best way possible your business, what you do, and what you stand for. And then what I want you to do is to use these papers as a cheat sheet, right? Every time you're gonna go to an event and maybe speak, or maybe you're gonna write an article for your blog, or maybe you're gonna put a social media post out there, make sure you're following this, right? The goal is, again, that people are really, really clear about what you do, what you stand for, what is it, how do you make that happen, who do you help, right? Because that's the only way that people are gonna understand who you are and be able to decide in their heads, should I work with this person or not? Do they have what I need or not? Should I recommend this person to someone else? So that is the big goal. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about colors and styles. So today we set the foundation with this stuff, and then tomorrow we're gonna translate it into visuals in the best way possible. So tomorrow's gonna be fun, it's gonna be more fashionable. So we're gonna talk about colors and styles, so you can't miss that. Later today you're gonna receive an email with your worksheet or tool, and then tomorrow we'll meet here with a new video and lesson. If you have questions, if you have trouble answering any of this, if you want to share it with us, just share it on the section below. I'll be happy to hear, I'll be happy to give you feedback, and I'm sure the other people in the group will be happy to also give you feedback. So thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye guys.